Yeah, that's my favorite part about Blue Archive. Let's just include like just like Russian hard bass into it. God damn it, this stupid shit. Did that work? Every time I literally can see it moving right then and there. There we go. You come over here. Alright. There we are. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Hardcorn, and we're at it today with even more action Taimanin. You know it. I love it. Well, I know you all do. I most certainly do so as well, because today we've got ourselves a lot of stuff going on. We've got all of your favorites. We've got Aina Winchester over here, everybody's favorite, because this small lady, drawn by our wonderful potion, loves to just, you know, shoot everything up and do okay damage. Well, she used to be, at least. Not to mention that we also have over here Murasaki. She got herself another update. I mean, this girl doesn't need a lot of change, but she certainly knows what to do. Oh, it disconnected. That's awesome. Ah. I love that because I think it's just like I didn't plug it in correctly. There we go. And also Sakura got hers as well. Big on flavor renewals, all the good stuff you know and love, because I certainly love to see it too. How's everybody doing today? We're doing pretty good over here. It's finishing up school stuff on Saturday at least, so that's how my day went. That's also why it's like usually I try to start like 3 hours ago, but when you got shit to do, you gotta do it and to get it done. Oh my goodness. Oh, gotta get my stretch on. All right. Well, let's try again another time to readjust the microphone. The microphone. Oh, I see. It's gonna like fall over the moment I pick this up. You know you got it bad when you have to say to yourself, huh, I should have bought that bag of Quick Reat today so I could hold my microphone down. That's a string of words to make a sentence right there, to say the least. Alright, so we've got ourselves, obviously, Aina's renewal. There's several things going on. We obviously got the new Golden Pass that came out. Been making some progress there, because this time around we've got Taimanin Francis. A great looking costume for a great gal. Sadly, this girl sucks dick to play, but hey, you know, she'll look good doing it at the same time, and that's what counts. Obviously, she comes with great stuff. You can do up her hair, you can let it down, you can take it off, obviously, you can take it all off. You can even change the colors, too, to make something really special out of it. Actually, let's slightly turn it up, so I could sit back in the chair. Oh, look at that. You can really you can open up some more revealing portions. It almost looks like Asagi's outfit. What honestly makes me very happy about these outfits, they all have like a default purple, because obviously they're all modeled after her outfit. There's like no ifs, ands, buts about it. Like who else could say it? Good stuff. Oh, that's right. And then this time for the Golden Pass, you know, they continue their tradition of long and extended. Oh my god, it disconnected again. Don't tell me it's going to have this kind of problem today. So this time around it's going to be Soshu. You can get Rinko's weapon at least. It's crazy enough to think about the fact that, like, oh, now she actually has a weapon that's competitive with her meteorite sword, actually is now comparable to Soshu. you now have options with her besides the extremely rare and limited Shosu in the first place. There we go. And obviously, further on down the line at level 35, you can get yourself the costume. If you, oh, it's the supporter, not the costume. But regardless, though, that's how it goes. I really appreciate these 50 level passes now. These are like pretty much what we've been looking forward to all this time. I don't know why it's taken them so long to just really put those into fruition in the first place. So then we have... So then we'll go over here to Aina's stuff, where she got herself a new weapon. We talked about this last week. Obviously, you know, there's nothing that they can do in terms of like for what is it, Sakura and Murasaki, because they've already both had their renewals, and well, that's the long and the short of it. It sucks, but that's what it is. Murasaki's weapon isn't the greatest because it's part of the first wave of renewals, and well, they pretty much really hit their stride with it in terms of the weapon either makes or breaks the character. And Sakura's does okay, but well, yeah. So Tempest Hurricane, like we talked last week, is an absolute fucking menace. I have 3 copies of this myself, and I've been playing around with it all week. I've been very excited for this because Aina, I like her a lot, but she just didn't have the, you know, the firepower behind her to really make herself like a gigantic threat and just, you know, be the absolute monster that she can be, because she's obviously supposed to be like, you know, this guns blazing, like, get out of here, just blowing through the entire thing, call her Hardcore Henry. But no, she couldn't really do that. Besides, like, she's obviously a menace in time attack, but the whole thing about that is it's time attack. It's the same base level enemies, and she can just pretty much one-shot them. So obviously everybody and their mother uses the butterfly weapons on Aina because it makes her faster, and she's already you know, blazing fast in the first place. So it makes her the perfect person to use in time attack. So now what they do, okay, we're just going to give you the built-in speed and penetration inside the weapon itself. Now you have to hunt down this weapon like the professional mercenary that you are. Now, what makes this so difficult is that she shares with Yukikaze. So, obviously, Ultimate Weapon series from May of 26, you now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. That's 5 weapons you have to deal with in the first place. So, let's go to, like, right up. Yeah. Like, you've got this and all the others in the first place. Point 2. That's pretty bad. That's honestly really difficult to do. And obviously I don't have the thing to go just like immediately go spark it in the first place. So I won't exactly be doing that. Not now, at least. Because I got my 3 copies, and I'll be okay with that. Sitting back, that's not my thing. So we'll take a look at what Aina brings to the table now in terms of her passive, to say the least. So her new not ultimate, but her passive now is whenever she does an ult, she creates 2 drones that move and attack enemies. From each ultimate after the first one, she gets an additional drone and maxes out at 8. Damage increases by 15% of each manifested drone. So that's 120% more damage when she reaches her max amount of drones, which is crazy to say the least. These also count as familiar damage. These also have these get modifiers from all of your stats too. So they're not like, they aren't crap. These things are going to solve problems for her forever and a day. These are amazing. And she also has like a what is it? She has a hit to particle charge, I think, from when she for when she brings it out. Like each time that she ults and gets a new little buddy, from what I remember, it's like because with her Tempest Hurricane, there it is. Increases particle charge amount from attacks, but reduces the charge amount by 10% for each manifested drone. So that when she maxes out at this, which it actually takes kind of it'll take you like it's it'll take you a bit to actually get this done. Because it's like, even when I'm going to like high level tower floors, she'll max out at 8, but it takes a while to get there. So it's more or less meant for like, you know, the 2-minute burst fashion that is Total War. Because we now have an enemy that resists physical, but likes being hit by ranged attacks. And each one of Aina's little buddies homes in on the strongest enemy there and just starts shooting them until they're dead. They will not change targets until you do so, or change areas. So it's kind of annoying, to say the least. It's annoying in that aspect where you want them to target something else, but they won't. They'll just keep doing it until they're dead. The Aina meta certainly does exist now, because like, let's go to normal. Previously it was Sora. Now it's everybody's. Now it's Aina Titchester's time. Like, look at this. 1 billion score is 1 trillion damage. Just think about that. Going from 1 billion to 1 trillion is like absolute insanity to think about. That's hitting a billion 1 million times. Aina's and all of her little buddies are absolute fucking monsters at this. So like, what are they going to use? Obviously they use all forms of it. They use all their human type stuff, but of course they're going to be using Eclipse Meld Roar because of just how insanely strong it is. Because Aina is insanely good at getting her like combos and everything like that. She'll easily hit my goodness. She'll hit the stipulation for this. She'll hit the 100 combo stipulation like no problem, and she can keep it too, which is a really big thing, because that's how you can get these 1 trillion damage options, because of the fact that she has, you know, the drones will stay on the target no matter the distance. And then when she hits 100 attacks and she reuses it again, boom, she's going to be doing like multi-million, almost like probably a couple 100 million damage a piece, even further on than that. Only one time have I ever seen like 1 billion damage happen, and that was during like Spinel meta, which was like the perfect storm of like criticals and boosts together. It was legit. No, that was during during Eddie time, where we had who's and what's it. We had Big Butt Psycho over there do 1 billion damage off of an ult, and I was like, I've never seen that before. That's literally how far we come in the game, where, oh my god, Rin is like, she's going to be the harbinger of the end, and Psycho just did a 1 billion damage ult. What? Obviously, they used land because of the high hit count that Aina has, and obviously they're going to be using Fire God Micah, because particle charge from all attacks, 100% boost. If you didn't get it earlier, well, I'm sorry, you'll just have to use Ingrid, which is honestly a big detriment, because Aina ults all the time, and she stops the clock a lot. That's a really big important thing. Like Zooey Mama. What do they use for her? That. All those. I don't have Rin, so I don't get all the fun benefits out of it that she brings. But how's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good one on that? Everybody having a good day? I hope everybody's going to have a good Mother's Day too. Appreciate your mothers. Go see them. Tell them Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy them. They brought you into this world, and if they don't like you that much, by God, they'll take you out. Go to the special shop. Yeah, I'm a little off from that. It's like insufficient honor coin. Darn. But that's Aina. Sakura also gets a little mini renewal too, but don't tell anybody. What they did to Sakura is actually quite extensive. I need to open up the... what's it called? I need to open up the change log for it, because they didn't actually change very much to Aina in terms of her skills, because they've always been very good. The thing what they did is just give her the passive and change a little and tweak her a little bit. That's it. Because that's just her problem was not dealing enough damage. She's like a death by 1,000 cut situation, and the world has moved on from her. Not in terms of like pushing content. That now she's just like, I'm just going to be able to blow everybody to pieces. But Sakura gets a bit of a change. Let me go to here first. Get notice. In-app news. Hit him with the copy that. There we go. So they changed. We'll talk about her passive. This is fun. I like this. It's very flavorful and also pretty good as well. Because if you didn't know already, it manifests the corresponding shadow familiars when you meet the condition, and obviously her stats increase based on the number of familiars. And these little buddies don't exactly go away immediately. So on a familiar, more attack, 2 familiars, penetration 10, 3 familiars, 10 more penetration, and then 4 familiars, 20%. Get them all on the field. That's 40% more, buddy. So spider, toad, and shark will pretty much appear the moment you use shadow spin. No, it's not. Yeah, it's shadow cleave. Spin is the one that heals her. So you can get them off pretty easily like that. Let's see, we have spider, toad, and shark. But where's the bear? The bear is somewhere else. They also probably, I think it's like they got it cut off. But it also has part of the other conditionals as well. So now she has team utility. She has team utility with like reducing defense, restoring health, and reducing speed of enemies. So it's actually quite worthwhile to bring her along for once. So let's go take a look at what she actually changed in terms of her skills, because this actually was a pretty set of substantial changes for her, which I was very surprised for the most part. I'm like, why? Well, I kind of figured why in the first place, because she's even after her renewal, she still had a lot of things left. What is it? Not changed. It's, oh my god, forgot. It's not Firefox. There it is. There we go. So let's change it over to here. Get on my Twibber. There you go, get a nice flashbang situation. You get to read all about it. Let's move this over. So obviously they have to talk about like, okay, 3 characters are getting updates this patch and everything. 2 Joe Pesci special packages. Costumes, weapons, the new fan package, which gets all the characters, and the huge fan, which includes Demon Knight and all that other stuff. Good stuff only. There you go. If you don't have the characters, which is most people already have Murasaki and Sakura in the first place, because they're long-standing, important legacy characters, and everybody's been preaching up and down about Murasaki's usages for the last like 7 years. If you don't have Murasaki yet, well, brother, you're missing out. I don't like her. I'm not. It's not like Tokiko where it's like, oh, I hate her all the time. I think she's terrible. Murasaki is just like okay in my eyes, but mechanically she's a powerhouse. So what they do here is like we have the good old play the game with the characters a couple of times and you get a ton of rewards. So I really like what they've done here is that, okay, well, they've done this for the last couple of renewals in the sense that play the characters using like, you know, their signature skills and like their various colors, and you'll get a lot out of it. It's good because it's like I just spent like 1,100 in gems. Like 1,100, I spent 1,100 in gems and poses today and expressions. Love that. I love that in the private room. for making today's thumbnail. So it's like, cool, I really need to replenish those. So most importantly, we come here to balance adjustments. Performance of these 3 girls have been adjusted as outlined below. A unique skill has been added to each character. So for Aina, we talked about that. Murasaki, effects vary based on the remaining HP, gives her some more utilities. And then Sakura, as we talked about that too, it has like a various assortment of stuff. So here's what they did. So for Sakura's, they slot effects revised for Shadow Spin. They took about all the particle charge ones because we literally talked about this last week, and I was dead on with the prediction. They've been taking the particle charge boosts out for all these older characters because honestly, even back then, they were kind of dead skills. They don't offer really any utility, or it's just like, all right, you just made more particles. It's also particle charge gained by like each person it hits. So it's like, from what I remember, it was a Shadow Tangle, 3% more. You hit the whole field, it's like, okay, that's like another, you know, it wouldn't be like 30%. It's like, no, it would just be the added directly to your bar. I'm just glad they took off the particle charge ones because they were just dead slots in the skill in the first place. So now they have it like an increased attack for 10 for 7. That means it's going to be a perpetual cooldown, and then speed reduction on Shadow Claw, very nice, so that it doesn't actually miss and whiff it. And then Tangle, inflict continuous damage to target hit. Very nice stuff. That actually means, well, that's on the protect side, so that means you can. No, that's a 2-set protect. So you could probably do something really stupid with White Feather Asuka and 2 protect supporters with Sakura, because she does continuous damage with her Tangle Wire now. Honestly, pretty cool. And then the basic and slot effects have been revised for Shadow Phantom, her 81 skill. So it's like, oh, you manifest a bear that attacks and for 10 seconds during extreme dodge. So now it does the same thing, but also increases nearby ally damage by 30%. So now it no longer goes from, okay, it does crappy damage and nothing else. And now it just has the team utility by increasing it by 30%. So now support and protect get increased critical rate, and then recover 10% of character's max HP. Insanity right there, because this is now like her best heal ever. So all you have to do is just do an extreme dodge. That's it. That's like the sort of stuff you would expect from Sakura in the first place, because it makes her life that much easier. She no longer has to use Shadow Spin to get in there and say, oops, I'm going to take a ton of damage because this animation sucks and it's a shitty heal. And it's like, I can't be doing this. So now do an extreme dodge, heal HP. And blue still feels like it needs more crit rate. Well, can't win them all. Now, my Murasaki pros, can you tell me if her skill cooldowns have been adjusted? Because honestly, I don't feel it. Because I looked beforehand, and I looked enough Murasaki here in the first place to really pay attention to that sort of stuff. So I got to count on my man Timaverse over here, the walking encyclopedia of, oh, they made these changes to them. I mean, obviously, May seasonal event lasts the whole month. Do a bunch of stuff, get a whole bunch of things. And obviously, if you didn't pick up June Bride's Aina, why didn't you? You should have got it. You should have got it 3 years ago. It's a good costume. I like it a lot. We wore it last week too. But obviously, it's like, do stuff. It's the Mother's Day event. You gotta be nice to your mother. She's brought you in the world and she'll take you out of it. And then we have a new event we're going to be doing today, Lightning Butt Punisher. So it's obviously the triple perspective event. Cool. Yippee. Not very good in terms of the weapons, but they're cool looking skins. Obviously they're running that. And yeah, then the pickup gotch. They spelled gotcha wrong. That's rough. It really is, because it's like there's no way you can get it. There's no way it's like you can just pull it normally. And the Golden Pass we talked about. World Tour, there's a really good costume that came out with it. If you like Mary, she got a good one this time. Really looking good. I hope they can... I don't know why they would release it with just one character. But it's like, hey, they did that with Asagi first. So, I don't know. She leads the way. And there she is. She did that. It's like we have a Vietnamese Asagi with German Emily. Very cool. Expert difficulty daily quest. I've done a couple of these, so I'll have to talk about that. So we'll talk about that and do that in the first place. So these bring in new difficulty added. With the addition of the new difficulty, new enhancement materials, resources, and achievements been added. So after clearing all of challenge objectives on the expert difficulty, a hidden boss may appear at a certain probability. They don't appear during auto finish, and defeating it grants special rewards. I have not got this yet, and also I don't want to get that because I want to get it today. Because that's one of our goals today, is going to try and find out, try and at least find one additional boss, one of those, because there's 4 of them that differ depending on what we're fighting. So they added now extra large gold ingot, which we've seen before, enchantment stone, max like 3rd tier enchantment stone, 3rd tier strategic manual, and special die ampules, which are only available from hidden bosses. And then once you find the hidden boss, you get the ironclad emblem. We saw that in the 2nd place guide today in the arena. So they got crystal kit, demonite shard. So it's like campaign perks. Increase the probability of hidden boss appearance during daily quest expert. So I imagine it's already very low. And then we have, they did make a lot of changes this time to the club system. So they have club type, a number of members who actually log in so you know who to kick. Added option to free to join, more facilities so you can craft the fate die in the crafting facility. Uncontrollable. Oh, that's cool. They actually fixed that for doing Lightning Blade Akatsuki. And Yanagi Mitsuho. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, she did that. And then fix it out. Issue in Total War where Asagi would not use the skill Soeka during AI battle preview. And then the bans. All cool stuff all the way around. What do we got in terms of that? Thank you. Mr. Penis. We gotta take a meme detour. Of course. How are you doing there, Menos? And how you doing, Jeff? Glad to see everybody made it. Glad to see everybody hanging out. Alright. Now I gotta readjust my microphone. Oh, Z. Oh, dude, Aina X Billy. What the hell? Oh my god. So sick of these goddamn microphones. Alright. So, what do they say? They have this max AP multiplier, and it's like, that's great. That means we get a lot of resources out of this. Today is obviously, you know, I've already done expert, but they obviously changed that. Now there's a 1.4% chance to drop these in the first place. It took them 4 years took them like 3 years to finally add this in as a drop. So it's like good. We now our expert farming is that much more easier to do. And I already have like a million bajillion VR coins too, so I could just buy them. But it's, well, that's nice, and to say the least. What they needed to do was give us something to do with more of the core modules, because I've been sitting at 60,000 for the last like 2 years now, But it's like all these other items, it's like we have to use them for like polishing, resetting, donations, and stuff like that. So it's like, that's my thing is, we don't do, is there any actual use for them? So guys, what do you want to do? Do you want, which expert node do we want to do to try and go just go rush for the boss on it? Because it's like you want to do, because everything is halves today and we have them all unlocked. So it's like you want to do machines, you want to do demons, you want to do demons 2 or humans, because well, these are the rewards. Because our bosses are going to be Fancy Aina, SS Officer Asuka, what is it? It's Celti Oboro and Kurenai. So what I want to do is that the old levels are just gone. Really? Really, I haven't played through easy since I started the game, so I don't even know. Let's actually just try like a regular daily or quest hard. Oh my god, oh my god. Wow. Well, like, what do you guys want to do first? Do you want to go do humans? You want to go do demons? Well, which demon? Like gold demons or like book demons, or the wonderful world of machines? Wow. I mean, they're still easy, but it's like they really went the distance and just said, yep, we're going to change everything. If you can believe it. Oh, that's right. Let's go up in the club. Today's login. I need to kick some people. Yes, I did the secret quest earlier when they got released. Because it's like they added 5 more of those, and they have higher yields now, too. Wait, do you want to do, like, go to the secret bot? Well, we don't need battle arena coins. We don't need that today. Let's go, we're at 6,600, so I gotta replenish that. So let's do that, and why not? More particles. That lasts for 4 hours. Yo, dosta. I want to do machines. I want to do machines. Aina still has the problem, though, of if she doesn't do enough damage, or she has a problem with, like, you know, she still has her survival problems. All they did was just give her, like, the more drones and particle charge. They gave her, like, they leaned into the glass cannon aspect of Aina in the first place. So you've got to spend all your time and a lot of your and a lot of what you're doing into like putting your particles forward and making it get the best out of it. Because if you don't, you're gonna get screwed. It's like there's nothing, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Let's see, there's Quag Burst, Boletta Dance. Sometimes I wish I had 4 slots so I could take all of these. Who needs survivability when everybody else is dead? Well, that's true, But Aina really does not take very kindly to getting shot. She hates it when the enemies have the glitch where they shoot back. They made the stage more efficient. That's honestly crazy. Wow. Because, like, the expert stage is fucking terrible because it's really, really long. And it's like, you can't, it's just like, it's super slow to farm with, like, Emily. What does easy look like? Just do one of these. They really changed everything. They just said, like, forget that. We've been farming these stages for the last 7 years, for like last 6 something years. You're gonna do it like that. Yeah, this is like, yeah, this is just like the normal version for hard. Honestly, crazy to think about. It's like, man, I thought like, oh, they're gonna add those. Let's go to normal. Then we'll start farming expert. Yeah, like these, I can tell like they're designed for. Oh, stop, you mangy mutt. I can certainly believe that it's like people can do it under a minute now with Aina, because she just like gets big old idiot particles and just goes absolutely fucking insane. Because it's like, if you can find ways to obviously get your particle charge through the roof, because it's like triple particle charge with her weapon, and then obviously you need stuff like what's it called? You need Fire God Micah. I don't have that because I just didn't care. But it's like, let's go to expert. Expert is like not fun. Not fun in the sense it's like, oh, it's so hard. It's annoying because the boss is in like at the end of that hallway. But they give you like these really shitty packs to deal with. Go! Look at that. 963,000 damage. It's just crazy how strong like these little drones are. They do more damage than she does normally. Which crazy to think about, because it's like, obviously Asagi herself is you know, the big ult spam, like the long time ago, in a million years ago, Time Attack was dominated by ult spammers. So you'd have everybody would run white suit Asagi in the supporter, because it just made ultimates do that much more damage. And now we've come back again to that supporter. But the problem has always been not the damage they deal, but how long it takes to charge them up in the first place. Stop. Why are you firing on me, soldier? Why are you firing on me, soldier? It's like the Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman having a three-way joke. It's like, I'm Batman, I'm Batman. Well, I know you're Bruce, we know you're Batman. You don't gotta say it out loud. No, I'm telling that to Superman. I'm telling that to Clark over here. So now the whole goal is to start getting efficient, because it's like, I want to see the boss, because more importantly, it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like, we only have one machine stage, and it's, of course, I want to see Asuka, because I like her a lot. What do we have? Machine. Let's use the proper skin. Well, also, do we have enough for it? Yeah, we do. Well, let's make a few more. Because what I want to do, it's like, you know, it's a good time to do it. Let's get her to 87. This seems like the perfect time to do so. It's 4 craft. Do that. There we go. 21. Okay, that's the... I'm wearing that and you look great, honey. You look fantastic. Mistress of Darkness. She's got her officer's hat. She's got the cool looking stuff. She's got her her arm weapons that look like she attached a shark to her body. It's really cool. It's a sick looking outfit. Nope, not arena. I'm too used to doing that. It was good when I did it. I don't know about you. Let's see. We need critical damage of ranged. Critical damage is not our problem. We need to have a higher base value. We need to go. Let's go with the classic. Let's there's a I need a supporter for nuking. So let's use Ingrid. And then we'll have no Speakus for critical damage. We'll take a yield hit, because I want to see the boss, so we need to get some damage behind us. Where's she at? Kurumi. Just because it looks good on the mannequin doesn't mean it looks good on you. Have any of you guys gotten the secret bosses yet? That's my question, because it's like I haven't seen any of them yet, but obviously it's, you know, we can figure out who the boss is in the first place, because we're just, you know, we're fucking geniuses at this, to say the least. Alright, I think we've got a good setup, because we clear in 45 seconds now. You've met Asuka and Kurenai. So are we on the right level for Asuka then? I'm pretty sure we are. How many times did it take you, Jeff, to get the to get it then? Boy, I can already tell it's gonna get annoying watching the XPS 11s just having to sit there and die and complete their entire animation. That's not fun. More or less, how do you know if you've got, like, is there a specific thing, like, it tells you, like, oh, this boss has spawned in the area? It's like doing, like, hunts in Final Fantasy or something. It's like, oh, a great being has appeared in the forest. You must slay them. Because it'd be hard for me to imagine something like... It can't be anything that crazy, to say the least, to figure out, okay, what does it do? You get the achievement of doing expert stages 750 times for beads and gold before encountering the second boss. Okay, that's... So the chance is pretty low. So it's probably like 5% lower. Because, like, I was messing around the other day and just, like, you know, practicing with Aina, see what she's got going on, and I wasn't getting anything out of it. It's like, I think I got 500 something total runs on some of these expert stages before I even, like, before I stopped and decided I want to do this on stream, to say the least. That's my big thing about this, is like, man, it's gonna take a while, or it could take no time at all. Like, we could never see it. Because they'd say, we'll probably give it, like, let's give it 30 minutes and see what happens. Because if anything, it's gonna give me a ton of resources. It's pretty crazy to think about, just like they gave, like, they now give a character Emily's drones, but they just turn Emily's drones from something like, oh, we're not going to do that because it's obviously like the biggest and strongest thing that the players can have. So it's like, they're just like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna give them the full Monty right here, where Aina can now just, like, do tons and tons of damage with these by nuking the entire, like, left side of the planet by doing nothing. Like, what if we gave the player Emily's drones, but don't have, like, the massive penalty that is, like, on the player themselves for doing, like, tons of damage like this? They just said, nah, forget that. I guess now they're gonna have to go back and give Emily, like, something like this in the first place, where it's like, okay, every time she ults, she can give you more. She can give you more and more of those in the first place. Like, why? But why? Well, let's see. I think, what did I hear this week? This week, it's like, I think someone told me the other day, it's like, oh my god, Morty Calliope, girl is going on a break. and it's making me sad. Deadbeats so sad that on Maurice Calliope, oh god, is going on break. I could only imagine why. The Demon Dice account is saying the same thing too. It's like, oh no, she's sad. It's like, well, I guess it's like, oh well, I guess in the meantime, let's go watch some Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. Because I sure do love the theater kid experience, where she's like doing all like Liz-isms to say the least, which are always either fucking annoying or adorable. Quad the bastard. What? 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 I've been tricked. It's Murasaki after all. Oh, that's how you find out. That's cool. Nice. Cool. Nice. That's awesome. I mean, obviously we're a little strong, but at least we got a better yield out of it. Ooh, I mean, this is cool. I like that. I felt the neurons firing in my head. I'm like, oh my god, the boss. And then it was like even better. Like I'm here. I'm thinking it's gonna be Murasaki. Nope. Well, I guess we didn't get the rare drop from her then. Cool. That means we've seen that one. So I guess obviously that's machine, so it's Murasaki. So I guess Mistress of Darkness is going to be somewhere on demon side, or probably human. Who knows? It's crazy because here I thought this was like going to be Oboro or something. It's like, oh cool, it's going to be like a Celti Oboro. Maybe they'll use that because obviously we have Noah, we have Asuka and Kurenai. Nice, this is awesome. Well, Zooey Mama, looks like we got ourselves some progress. It appears. Now I should probably start counting to see how long it takes so I can get a confirmation bias situation. Yeah, it's humans, so. Because I tried putting like an Emily team together, or at least give her some stuff so she can just start ripping it up, to say the least. Which is like, that's fine, but it's also, damn. Usually when I'm sending out Emily to go farm, I have her equipped with Massacre Kurenai, because like when she gets below half HP, she starts healing and she also gets a defense boost. So I was able to leave her alone against like expert floors with that. She can't really take her yield boosters though, because she needs the firepower behind her, or else she can't she'll be dead before it happens. Darn it. I want to see it again. I want to see that secret boss approach. What is it? It's, oh god, what is the game that does that again? It's like alert, alert. A large enemy aircraft approaching. I think that's like Space Harrier or something. Oh yeah, it's like whenever you go fight a boss in Mega Man X, it's like brrr, brrr, brrr. There's another game, I think it's another one later in the series where it's like warning, warning, and it does like the, you know, the mechanical ticking situation. So at least I can know like what it looks like when it actually procs in the first place, because it'll do it after the battle, so you won't. There's no telling like, oh, it's gonna do it on this part of the mission or what have you. Ooh. Damn it. I do. I like that as a concept. That's really cool in the fact that it's like, ooh, you gotta play it manually yourself to get improved yields and get a chance to fight the secret boss. I kind of wish it was something like unique for them, like each one of them in the first place. Like they created. The fact that they went back and re-edited each of the farming stages to make changes for them is like insane to think about. Oh, I went the wrong way. It's like, oh, I went the wrong way. There they are. Oh shit, wow. Yeah, they've made the pause now like a more like a, what is it, not a hanging feeling, but like the anticipation of something going to be there is like, oh, what's it gonna be? Am I gonna get the drop? And surprise, surprise, when you don't, it's like, okay, that's fine. I wonder if they'll do something like if you get the boss, it doubles all of your yields, to say the least. That would be really cool to do it. But yes, newbie, renewed Aina has been crazy. It's been so much fun. She's fat. Here's the thing. They knew her stuff was good in the first place. Girls got it going on. So what they did is just they gave her a skill that makes her just OP. Crazy stuff. Gotta love her. It reminds me of when I like play her just for fun or just doing to farm something, because she's just so efficient at it. That's why she's like the time attack queen. There it is. Yes. There she is. There's my girl right there. Mistress of Darkness. She uses her gun as a phone because she can't afford an actual phone. I like that though, because of the fact that like when you finish an ultimate or anything like that, you have like a 2-second recovery where it resolves everything. So what they did is it behaves just like Emily's drones or what's it called? Emily's drones or Guardian, where they'll attack during that because they are not susceptible to that cooldown. Did we get anything? There we go. We got our first one of the high enchantment stones. Oh, we have 4 of them. For highest level weapon enchantment. I mean, we already have 32,000 of these, so though what gives me the think about this in the first place is, are we going to get a 3rd tier of upgrades for weapons now? Because now we have 3rd tier materials that take a shitload of stuff to do. That means everybody's going to have to upgrade all of their gear again, which would be crazy to think about. I didn't need to do that again because I wanted to go to the next one. They may be worth 25k to sell each, but it's the problem behind it is that you get them so infrequently that you're still using SR drops, because you just get like 100 to 150 of them per run, which is still a higher yield in terms of each. It is surprising that they did manage to hold back, you know, the power creep aspect for so long. It doesn't surprise me in some aspects, but yet here we are. Because, like, it's like, man, it's because it's like previously, like, you could do like more tactful play. You could bring, like, you know, the HP, your HP options and everything to just play through the mission as you would normally. But now it's like, obviously everybody loves doing those big damage. They want to be like, you know, they want those clips on like Twitter where like players are doing like, oh my god, they just like on Limbus Company Twitter they have like people doing like those compilations of like doing 225,000 damage in like in what's it called, in mirror dungeons and shit. First fucking try. Holy shit. There she is. Like, no, I thought, oh, don't crash. Not on Noah. And they did that. So it's like, fuck it, let's make everybody strong. That was sick. Good job, Noah. Noah wanted to come home. Noah wanted to come out and play. You know, I just thought of something. Let's go to hard. Let's go to gold hard, because gold hard is obviously very notorious for this, because they did like the wave thing where it's like you can't just, they break up the wave, and they did that, and they kept it that way for the last 6 fucking years, and they didn't bother to change it. But yet here we are. And it's 3 waves in the boss. 4. Four waves in a boss. Aina v Aina. There she is. Cool. So they made it more efficient. I feel like these like stage changes are designed for them to be more efficient, because look at this, everything is closer, the waves spawn instantly, and it's like that's what we're looking forward to, or at least for me at least, because it's like obviously gold always takes a while because you're sitting there and waiting and waiting and waiting. Oh. Like expert gold is terrible. I hate this because it's a long map. You gotta defeat these like Pazuzu motherfuckers with ice skills causing lag spikes. Yeah, ain't that the fucking truth. I can't take Ragnarok anywhere now without her just like, okay, let's take my my 5090 super that I spend $2,000 for, to actually just sit there, like bring it down to a crawl because it's got so many particle effects that it can't actually handle it in the first place. I don't actually have a 5090 super. That's just the example. I think I have a 7900 XT first fucking try. Oh my god, there she is. There's Karini. There she is. And she comes in with Sue. 2-for-1 special. Nice. Looks like we got them all today. Good. We got them within 30 minutes too. I guess these girls wanted to be on stream tonight. They're famous. They're already famous. They just want to be even more famous. These have really high EXP yield too now. Which is also, now each of these missions I think have a higher yield for skill EXP than the, what's it called? Than doing event stages. Because when I would get new characters and anything like that, I would spend a ton of time in event stages because they're really easy to farm, they're quick and predictable, and they also give a really high EXP yield. Now that we have this in the first place and you can actually get more materials out of it, it's more efficient to do so. I like that. Oh look, we got ourselves the gold ingot. Like look at this. We have to fight the secret boss in order to get this, and that's like what, a below 10% chance. And look at this. We have 3, 4, 7, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15, 18, 21, 23, 24. 24, and these things I think sell for how many a piece? It's like 20,000. Let's go to prison. Prison of the mind. Where are you? So these sell for 10,000 a piece. So we just made 240,000. And these sell for 25,000, and we got a total of 2 drops out of it. So that's 75,000 on a low less than that. So it's still efficient to do hard for that reason. There we go. I didn't want to fight in a place like this. Let's show off. I don't want to take the Asagi one off because I like her too much. Reach 150. Oh, we'll get there soon. I'll probably get there before the end of the year. And Master of the Arts 3. Crazy to say the least. They need to do one for achievement points again, because I think I'm at 100,000 now. Where is it? Oh, that's right. You have to redeem it. You've got to Christ the Redeemer. Or not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm fucking wrong. Again. Taimanin line stickers. Where's the funny mask guy? He's not there. This is... Where is she? I was right. I was right the second time around. It's like, oh, it's not there. There it is. Probably end up changing it back after the stream's done, because there's you inside a frame, and then there's the one from the package itself. There it is. An emblem bestowed upon those who have proven exceptional strength. Clear the hidden boss. Actually, how many logins do I have? I just never can. I can never log in. Just can't do it. You think they'll actually do that though? Actually, expert difficulty to story and events. Expert events would be crazy because it's like they would need to upgrade also the rewards you get out of them too. But yes, the increased yield from those stages, and you have to do it a whole bunch of times. Now that has like a gigantic amount of yield behind them. So now that we've gotten all those, which actually makes me feel really happy in the fact that we got them on TV. So now we have Lightning Butthole Punisher. Oh, I can't wait for this. Get Azuma's weapon. It's going to be like, oh, it's going to be great. That's why I was like, we used 1,100 gems today to make our thumbnail. So it's like, we got to do that. So let's, perfect. We have our 3. This is obviously the 3-side event. So we're going to have ourselves, Aina, what are you using? You're using all red. Are you? You'll be our red character. So for assist, we'll make it Murasaki. We'll make it Murasaki. No. Every Sunday morning I'm in service. We've got to get Murasaki. We'll give her all green because she's good to go. And we'll give her that. We'll give Murasaki so that she can use Murasaki. Tentacle Minu. Tentacle Minen. Tentacle Plusle. You want me? No, thank you. Expert events would probably be for the ticket on it. Then we'll use protect. We'll put on Sakura Egawa herself. There we go. We'll give her some blue supporters because she loves playing blue. Well, people like playing blue. Whether it's good or not on her is another question. If anything, like green and red for her, like the better state of affairs. They just do more for her in the first place. Sometimes I think about like, all right, we got, you know, we're playing Asagi in the tower, and it really goes to show just like how much the game has changed since those characters were released. Because then you have like Asagi out here, it's like I can make her do 7 million damage a swing, but they changed the change to the Kojinko is really what hurts her a lot. Like she's still strong, but her best utility tool, like the global slow, is being hampered like that is it's hard, man. It's hard to really just say to myself like, yeah, that was a good move. Because it's like they don't gotta do that to her. They don't gotta do that to, you know, the face of the franchise, Miss Asiago herself. Even though Yukikaze certainly has done a takeover, to say the least. I don't know what kind of enemies you're facing, so... Behold. Yeah, we'll just give her her sister. Because I only have like one copy of Unabara, so we'll make her intentionally weaker. Oh, cool. How much do these give? 6,250. I don't like this because I automatically use them. I mean, we have so many of them in the first place. It's not going to do anything. Red's boss is away. Green's kill enemies. And then blue is a normal stage. That's good. But that's just my anticipation, is like, we just, like, look at this. We just upgraded our weapon to maximum in about 30 seconds. So maybe they're going to add like a third tier, but it's like that would also mess with the setup that they have now in terms of like labeling for stats and everything. I don't think they want to mess with that right now, because obviously it's like what they did here is, you know, oh, our space is constrained here, we can't do too much. So that's why they create, like, enchantments work so well, because it's just plus and then put a number there and you get your stats modified. Give her combat knives. Now we'll give her the Mass Taimanin special. Wicked shitter. Alright, let's start off with our green user is... I was about to call her Kurenai, it's Murasaki. Fantastic. So in the deep darkness of the night, on the rooftop of a building in the bustling district, two shadows race across buildings, over the gaps so wide that nobody can leap across. One of the shadows belongs to Clone Yukikaze, a clone of Taimanin Yukikaze, who escaped from a clone research facility and is now a DSO agent. And the other belongs to another clone Taimanin like her, Clone Sakura. Okay. Oh, at this rate I'll be caught. Just as I suspected, it seems that they haven't been receiving proper support. Her physical abilities have clearly deteriorated. I could take her on alone. Clone Yukikaze chases after Sakura. Just as she thought, the athletic ability of... of Clone Sakura, who hasn't been receiving any proper support or rest, was considerably more deteriorated than that of Yukikaze, who is receiving the DSO support. I'm just going to say their names. Maintaining that momentum, she catches up to her, and they exchange only a few attacks. Having successfully deflected, blocked, and nullified, Yukikaze subdues Sakura without much difficulty. This easily? It's only natural, since I'm fully prepared through all the support. Sakura, injured by... They're doing it! They already, like, truncated it in the first place. They didn't want to keep writing that themselves. Looks up at her while on the ground. Please, hear me out. I just want to set you guys free. Follow me. Set me free. Despite being a clone created as a product, Yukikaze was liberated by the clone's from the clone's destiny with the support of the People's Liberation Army. And she is now working to liberate the other clones who are still in that situation. Like, right now, one of her tasks as a good crewmate is to suppress and protect clones who are created in the same facility as her and have been sold to underworld organizations. Set us free? From what city? I was born as a weapon and I am satisfied with my life as it is. There's nothing oppressing me. No, you just don't know any other way of life. A life as a mere disposable tool for a criminal organization designed to be used and discarded can't possibly be satisfying. Yukikaze was fortunate to escape, but the other cloned Taimanins forced into such lives knew no other way. Pitying this, Clone Yukikaze wants to save them somehow, but not at all. By proving my worth through fighting and making others acknowledge me, I've secured a stable life. And you know, I don't really mind my life right now, making the opponents realize my strength even if I have to kill them. Soon after, the clone of Sakura, who is wounded but unable to move, wriggles around. It was the same shadow art used by the original Sakura. That's very disappointing. Should just crush her skull. Oh, wow. By then, a hole had already been pierced through the clone's head. Faster than the shadow, a lightning bullet had been fired. It is certainly simpler to show our power by killing them. After all, our skills should be equal to the most elite among us. But a life of constant fighting is nothing but suffering. She speaks to the clone, knowing she can no longer respond, and exhales in quiet exhaustion when no reply comes, just as expected. Fucking clone Yukikaze out here, Shadow the Hedgehog moment for sure. It's like, I'll never turn back. Wow. It wasn't just her body, her heart was heavy. She only wanted to save those who knew nothing but fighting, but for the other clones, there are no other options than fighting. Is this like Zero having his "What am I fighting for" moment? Is clone Yukikaze just gonna say, "What am I fighting for? I just wanted to fill your dark soul with light." While she can't even imagine a future where she saves them, her mobile device vibrates softly. "Hey, how'd it go?" The question from the other side of the device was short. For Yukikaze, the brevity felt rather welcomed at that moment. It was the same. "Oh, I see. Don't be too discouraged. Let's take it step by step." Of course, but maybe we're not really in a situation to be taking things step by step. Ooh, baby. Currently, Yukikaze is tracking the clone soldiers that Orca and Licorice Recoil have distributed to the world with the cooperation of the DSO. The goal is to free them from their buyer's control and find a way to live together, believing they may have developed human-like hearts. However, it remains unclear whether she is the exception or the other clones possess this human-like potential. I think they've shown off very well that the clones don't have this. They live to fight, they are born to die, and they are just sit there to be subservient in everything. That's why they just fodder enemies. But every clone I encounter had a broken personality, consumed by destructive impulses after Orca's inhumane experience. Or perhaps they have resigned themselves to the human neighbors, and are trying to live solely by their own strength. Being used as tools, believing that to be the reason for their existence, and even feeling a sense of stability in a dangerous life. If this continues, all the clones besides me will. Clone Taimanins have learned how to sell themselves to various organizations, using their value, violence, as a commodity. Oh, indeed! And right now, if you're lucky, you can get your hands on a Taimanin for practically free. We can't let that happen. Not that. That's exactly what Licorice wants. It was the result of the organization which intended to turn them clones into weapons and distribute them into society. It was the result of the organization which intended to turn the clones into weapons and Oh, well, that's, Clone Yukikaze wanted to avoid a result at all costs. Okay, that's fine. So let's do it. Let's do a sentence. God, I just remembered that. Did you guys have to do sentence diagrams in school? Because it's like, I hated doing that. I legitimately still don't understand how those work in the first place. And whenever we had to go do those in class and it's like, I had to stand up there and do a sentence diagram, I don't know how they fucking work. So I remember like it was my turn to go up there and it's like I had to do one up there and it's just like, I made a line and it's like, what am I supposed to do? I've never figured out how this works. So it's like, because this is like a gigantic run-on sentence. So I understand what they're trying to do here is like they take this center section. It was the result that the organization desired. So that this could have been a whole sentence, which was to intended, and they intended to turn the clones into weapons and distribute them into society. This didn't need to be there. This is like this is a big ass run-on sentence. Whatever. I understand your concern, but still, take a break soon. At this rate, your mind won't hold up. That was blunt. What are you, smoking one? Whoa, sorry, it's just how I am. Right now, you're no different from a baby who's just awakened from a manufactured mission. But if you keep seeing, well, only the bad sides of humans, your mind ain't gonna hold up. So, then just one more case. After the next request, I'll have to take a little break. Oh, the silver case? Really? Yukikaze said so with a tired face. Even her stubbornness is a spitting image of the original. But after finally being liberated from a facility where the clones kill each other to gain freedom, the fact that she has to kill other clones again is, well, probably a great burden on her mind. Okay, fine. The next one is the last. Remembering the face of Mizuki Yukikaze, with whom she had originally encountered in the task force missions, Asuka sighs and sends the information to the next target. This is, you asked for a mission, so no backing out, okay? Oh, how mean. But I don't hate that side of you, Asuka. The next target shown is an assassin wielding lightning and wearing a power suit presumed to be the UFS's. It was none other than another clone Yukikaze. Dun. Not much time has passed since the plot by Orca Evergreen, a scientist from the UFS, to tarnish Gosha's reputation using clone Taimanins was exposed. And Gosha had been busy for a while with that sequential restoration of functions that had been nearly paralyzed, and that same went for the task force. I've only seen such a mountain of documents like this in comics. Fuma mutters to himself as he reviewed the reports from the Munakata squad and the Kuroda squad that had come in during his absence. It wasn't just the documents. It was a massive volume of emails that flooded his phone, and just counting them was enough to make him dizzy. Ah, shit, man, I guess it can't be helped. I guess I gotta get started on today's delightful paperwork. Well, I suppose it's more relaxing than facing the dangers of getting hurt from... Well, as he was about to check his first document, his phone goes off and gets him a new email. Oh, it came to my personal email. That's from somebody I know. Thinking that, Fuma opens it up and the subject read, designating Fuma Kataro. Well, I guess I've become famous, getting designated for work after all. He mutters while looking back and forth between the mountain of paperwork and the email. He realizes he feels more at ease moving his body than doing just paperwork, something he could say he hates rather than he struggles with. For such a simple plan, Fuma opened the email first. Oh, Asuka sent it. She must be thirsty today. A matter has come up that I'd like handled as discreetly as possible. So I'd like to request a small, trusted team, those familiar with the previous clone incident. Does she even know how extremely busy we are anyways? I mean, because of this incident in the first place? Because, this is a matter that she wants to handle discreetly. What do you want? As Fuma's curiosity begins to pick, he sets the documents back on the desk and selected a few task force members who were available. Now, come to think of it, oh god. Both a disgusting person and Saika, everybody's favorite, are free today. With that in mind, he took his two most trusted companions and headed to the location specified in the email, the notorious Tokyo Kingdom City. After what happened, thank you for coming. Now, hearing that from Yukikaze's face is making me blush. Please don't lose that honest side of yourself, okay? I already had enough of him. I wasn't hitting on anybody. Sensing the tension, Fuma made that joke, but it didn't seem to land. Clone Yukikaze's expression remained stiff as a board. Oh, now think about it. I heard you were with the UFS when we met before, so now you're with the DSO? And you are, well, nice to meet you. I'm Mizuki Yukikaze's clone. At the moment, I'm called Clone Yukikaze. You really do look exactly like Yukikaze. Disgusting Bitch and Saika were surprised by her circumstances and appearance as they were meeting Clone Yukikaze for the first time. But perhaps because of the clone incident, they soon accepted her existence. You look like the grown-up version of Yukikaze. Why is that? Oh, that's very on the nose. You look like the grown-up version of Yukikaze, because that's what she was introduced as in RPGX. Because in combat, a fully matured body offers clear tactical advantage. In fact, I'm probably stronger than the original in terms of physical strength. Or is that really? Okay. Well, I can see a slight trace of Shiranui in you as well. I wonder what this is like, what Yukikaze will look like with this when she grows up. Well, I'm not sure. Growth is shaped by one's interactions with others and the accumulation of experience. In the end, I'm merely the original as she is now, just grown up. I think depending on the experience of the original accumulates will determine how she looks in the future. Okay. Well, I guess those breasts won't change, huh? I sensed something very inappropriate just now. Can I shoot you? Yes. Come on, Yukikaze, do the right thing. Oh. That's unfortunate. This mission is much more important for me right now. Oh, it seems you've become quite close in such a short time. As they were having such a conversation, Asuka joins in. I'm back from scouting. There were no more enemies around anyways. Having said that, Asuka looks around at the faces of Fuma, Tokiko, and Saika. I asked you to bring people we can trust, but they're all your family. Did you think this was an invitation for like a family getaway or something? If I thought that, I would have chosen somewhere near Hawaii rather than Tokyo Kingdom City. Oh, that's a great choice. If you ever go, I'll show you around. As they conversed comfortably, Fuma and Asuka smiled brightly. They steeled themselves with the Steel Reaper. There we go. Now, for now, I brought two people who are free and whom I trust the most. No matter what happens, regardless of what the mission is, it won't ever be leaked with them. Now, I appreciate that. If possible, I'd like you to keep the existence of Clone Yukikaze a secret from the others. As Asuka spoke while looking into Fuma's eyes, he nodded. Only the clan master Fuma Kotaro holds the right of command over Disgusting Bitch and Saika, because he agreed the two of them are forced to accept. Just so you know, I've already told Principal Asiago, the C&C. If I keep it a secret from her, it might arouse unnecessary suspicion when something happens next, making it difficult to act. Well, I guess it can't be helped. It's true that it would be a hassle if it became harder to move every time something that happened from now on. Besides, knowing you, you probably have already reported what happened the last time we met, haven't you? If it's reporting to someone who already knows about Clone Yukikaze, I think it's fine. She also had an underlying motive of not wanting to create any more conflict between the UFS and the Taimanins. Because Fuma already knows this, he submitted a proper and accurate report before the mission. So what's the sitch? I'll explain. Please take a look at the footage of the target we're currently tracking first. She operated her phone and projects a 3D image. It's you! But wait, it's not. Oh, she has a different vibe. Who is this? Saika questions as if she were certain that this were a different person at a glance. The image showed a figure of Mizuki Yukikaze. However, she was wearing a combat suit in a color reminiscent of a military uniform rather than a Taimanin suit. She is smiling, a cruel smile filled with madness, one that Yukikaze could never wear. A clone of Mizuki Yukikaze. She is from the same facility as I am, and now is running wild as part of a violent organization. I see. Wait a minute, this suit. Isn't this the one Emily said that she had developed? Now, Emily works at Gosha Academy, researching Taimanin's physical data and developing technology to apply it to prosthetic bodies or combat suits. It was quite a long time ago, but Fuma realized it was similar to the combat suit Emily had Yukikaze try on for fun when Emily had arrived at Gosha. I remember running a performance test for fun back then, but I never would imagine it'd be on a level to be officially adopted by the UFS. If you tested it out just for fun, was the performance not that impressive? I wouldn't know since I don't know too much about it, but Yukikaze was surprised. And, as I said before, this Yukikaze is not the one we know. It seems to be one of the specimens sold as an double ass in to a certain mafia group in Tokyo Kingdom by Orca's group to replenish their research fund. I see. Is that what this smile is all about? Understanding the reason by the projected Yukikaze's mad smile, Saika nods in agreement. Now okay, I understand what you're trying to say, we just have to stop her, right? That's right, it's just... Asuka stops there and looks back at clone Yukikismo. A few seconds pass and Yukikaze looks back to Fuma as if she had made up her mind. Persuasion, consolation, suppression, intimidation, if none of these work, then there is no choice but to take care of them. I see. So it would be a headache to let her keep running wild with Yukikismo's face, and I was just starting to get tired of the complaints too, against the Taimanins. Fuma speaks as if glossing it over, to which clone Yukikaze smiles, feeling slightly more at ease. Now, to be honest, I've been going around persuading other clones in the same situation up until now with the support of the DSO. If I know that in this world that there are plenty of choices other than fighting, and that the clones exist with emotions somewhere in their hearts. So, well, no matter the circumstances or what bad things that they've done, you end up wishing for them to live as a human being, not as a clone. It's highly likely that this assassin, just like that facility, is designed to die automatically as soon as defeat or incapacitation is confirmed. And it's also possible that she has a special model that underwent separate adjustments, like myself. So, if possible, I'd really like you to make some time for the two of us to talk before you incapacitate her, so I can, have a little chat. Okay, then, to this clone Yukikaze, or this might confuse her with you, so you're just saying we need to defeat everyone other than Assassin Yukikismo, right? You make it all sound so simple. This is quite a large organization, Are you really okay with accepting it so easily? Now what are we going to do? If that's what the client wants, then all we can do is just give it our all to make it happen. Oh, there you go, playing it all cool again. Ho ho ho. If you ever come to Hawaii for a family trip, I could certainly provide you with plenty of service. How about it? Oh, Asuka. Oh, but I know my way around pretty well. You've accepted this request quite easily. That's the reason you want to live following your heart. That's the reason you want to live following your heart, isn't it? For that sake, you can tell us anything. The difference between humans and tools is the ability to express one's emotions with words. And if it's truly the right thing to do, then those around you will lend you their strength. That's right. Oh, and by the way, the real Yukikaze is like a wild boar. Yabuta over here, charging straight ahead, driven by her emotions without a second thought. So I think it's okay for you to do the same, looking only ahead. Cleaning up after someone like that puts my mind at ease, as it lets me clear my head. Oh, is that so? Just charging straight ahead. I think it's a bit harsh to compare her to a wild boar. She is a girl after all. Now, I was just trying to cheer Yukikaze on, but don't do that. I'll just be burnt to a crisp. The task force always seems very lively. That's why you're able to ask so comfortably, right? It is. That's why they call her Yabuta. Damn, I got like a whole fucking full ass story event. This really feels like it's the epilogue we kind of needed after chapter 28, because this is a lot of information. Okay, we will call the target Assassin Yukikaze and proceed with the operation to isolate her from the organization. To ensure that the conversation between both Yukikazes is not interrupted. Exactly. According to the information gathered over the past few days, it seems that the assassin has been hired as a bodyguard for a weapons smuggler taking place at an abandoned inn today. Let's raid the site, drive the boss to flee, separating the bodyguard and Yukikaze from the others. And at that moment, I want Clone Yukikaze to persuade the assassin. Okay, but... oh. Will it really go that smoothly? No. Unexpected things are bound to happen in an actual combat situation, but fortunately, the reliable comrades I have specifically handpicked for this mission are very capable of acting on their own judgment. I want you to focus solely on persuading the assassin. For some reason, this feels very much like a whatever happens, happens situation. It just can't be helped. You barely gave us any time to prepare, and we can't leave Gosha unattended for long with the whole clone incident cleanup still going on, if you know what I mean. Well, I guess that's true. You've really come a long way, haven't you? There are plenty of people more capable than I am, though. If things in Gosha calm down soon, I might finally get around to all the games I've been putting off. Him. Now, if we're pretty busy on our end, too, so we'll give it our all. Disgusting Bitch and Saika are my most trusted colleagues. No matter what unexpected situation arises, they will deliver the best possible result. And I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. And I'll have this disgusting bitch handle the raid on the deal site. Try not to go too hard on him. Yeah, I'm sure you got this on your own, bitch. Come on. As long as the objective is clear, you can think for yourself and make the best call, even if an unexpected situation comes up, right? Now, despite saying so, this disgusting bitch was mindful of Fuma's judgment, or rather of Saika, who was standing next to Fuma. If she were to fly solo, naturally. Now, I want to ask Saika for my backup because I need to separate the assassin from the boss and lure him away. Understood. I will ensure that nobody lays a finger on you, young master, and that you do not suffer a single scratch. Rest assured. Last Christmas. However, that is a personal feeling which is the most unnecessary in a mission. Fuma's explanation was continuing, and at that moment... Huh? Unintentionally, inadvertently, by chance, somehow, luckily, miraculously, she made eye contact with Saika. It felt as if she had scoffed, wearing a boastful expression. It was a fleeting moment that would have been missed without a Taimanin's dynamic visual activity, but... Now, is something wrong, you disgusting bitch? Just then, the target mafias entered the Western-style mansion, and the assassin was among us. She stood behind the boss and acting as his bodyguard. After confirming this, Tokiko looked towards Fuma to confirm the start of the operation. Alright, I'm counting on you. See ya. Now we should go inside too, Psyker. You don't worry about me at all? I don't. Wow, he's finally... They're understanding. At that moment, Fuma stopped abruptly for a second as a chill ran down his spine. He thought that this wouldn't be a problem for this disgusting bitch, but hey, it didn't just seem that she wasn't happy about the plan. However, Fuma didn't even notice. That's okay. No matter what happens, I will protect you with all my might. Disgusting bitch, you've got the vanguard. Is it really okay to leave it to them? Their skills are certain, so it's fine. Though, Fuma is probably going to get stabbed after this is over. Wait, why? I don't get it. But whatever. Anyway, you should be careful too. I'll do as much as I can. Okay, Tokiko, shut up. Who's there? The moment he shouted, explosive lace kuranais were already thrown around them. As they struck the floor, they detonated on impact. What's that? That's not Taimanin Art Magpie. That's the one where she throws like the 5 explosive kunai that give like the 30% slower defense down. In an instant, dozens of black men surrounded the boss, who were blown away, but the boss and the assassin stood at the epicenter, remained completely unscathed. Oh, that's her, the Lightning Punisher outfit. Ah, disgusting bitch. That means the task force is here. By then, that disgusting bitch had her evil eye activated. Applying this ninja art, she threw explosive lace kuranais from multiple angles. Those being attacked would think they were suddenly surrounded by several Taimanins, but in reality, it was a simultaneous attack through the power of the evil eye. No need to fight back, it's an illusion. Even as she shouted, the panicked rookie mobsters did not stop. Firing shits in the direction of the kuranais they were flying from, the scene instantly reached the height of chaos. She was basically venting like a sussy baka, and for the Mafia, it was the beginning of a nightmare. Oh, look at that. She's like Silver. It's no use. With things this chaotic, that can't be helped. Yukikaze tried to take down Tokiko's real body amidst the chaos, but it was impossible. She was far above her own. The chances of winning were slim. We're withdrawing here. Call off today's deal. Do you know how much money it costs to prepare this merchandise? We've got to save our lives first. Just run. As she spoke, the assassin grabs the boss by the cock and pulls him along as she fled the scene. Well, that's over with. A tall Taiman with both legs replaced by state-of-the-art cybernetic prosthetics. She is a clone of Fumasaika. Originally, Saika's legs were amputated due to an injury on a mission, but if it were her clone, a life created through genetic information, both of her legs would have been intact. Oh, that's rough. That's terrible. Because like obviously Saika was born with legs, so it's like whether they cut off your legs to imitate her, or if they were cut off, whichever the case, I pity you. This disgusting bitch adjusts the grip on her kuranais and her expression hardens. She was serious. And finally, after like 20 fucking minutes... Wham! Here's the thing, though. It's like, how long has it been since we've seen real Yukikaze in the first place? I think the last time she ever appeared in something was like the last story chapter, and that's it. Like they just didn't do anything with her, to say the least. Like, girl's done. Last month. Oh, that's right. That's from the event. I didn't read. The increased penetration on Murasaki is pretty nuts. I gotta say, it's like I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. It makes her hit that little bit harder because it's like she certainly that's her thing. She's so slow. It's like if she doesn't crit, it just doesn't work out. But then when it does, it's like go baby go. Damn, the enemies are too spread out for this. Oh, they just start spawning in after a certain point. They just have her come up there like, okay, congratulations. Here comes an army of like pissed off psychos that have all the same abilities as the boss. Honestly, kind of crazy. This is weird because it's like none of these characters... Do any of these characters actually appear in like the event? I don't think they do. So Sakura is our protect character today. Alright, we've seen this. Set me free. Trust me and we. It is completely without all three people. It's like, well, why? Alright, they all start the same. I want to see where this goes. Good Lord. Oh, I think this is probably like the multi-perspective situation. Like, it'll be the same, and then it leads into doing all that. Cool, there we go. This is the second part. Modak. Got my assets from Taimanin Yukikaze. Have I actually it's really fitting. It's the Yukikaze event, so they're gonna use assets from, you know, the Owinagisa special. The helpless mafias away were blown away in an instant. The cyborgs who reacted immediately to protect the boss's surrounding were classified as experts. Oh, they'll buy some time. No, this way for you! As Assassin Yukikaze steps forward to buy time to her escape, the clone unleashed a lightning strike upon her. Since they are clones sharing the same original, Assassin knows that the lightning strike belonged to her own kind and moves to intercept. Immediately after that, the Mafia boss became defenseless. Oh no. Fuma and the Psycho stepped in between them and succeeded in separating the both of them. Huh? Instead of kicking down the skilled cyborgs, Psycho suddenly kicked up in the air. And after that moment, a Kurenai embeds itself into the concrete floor with a sharp clang. Oh, clone Tokiko's. She blocked it? Tokiko, why would you? No, it's a clone. If she were the real one, she would never attack you. Even if it's against a clone, the opponent is Tokiko. To do that. Because it's Tokiko, I can. There's no need for me to hold back. She pointed a weapon at you. Oh, this is oh wow. So this is Saika taking her revenge. It's like of Tokiko just saying to herself, "Ooh, I went on a mission with him," and now she's all pissed off. Oh, she was trying to harm you, right? Don't worry, I'll fix this. I have no personal grudge against you, but I'm in a very bad mood right now. Now she's gonna go out there and beat the fucking shit out of him. They get a lot of use out of these the meters that they've been using a lot now lately. Because I think our first meter character was Kara when she introduces her blood. So now she just gets to like have all kinds of fun with that. So now they don't have to worry about creating a like unique buffs anymore, like for consumables like they did for Francis and Foxy Grandma. Now that they have like meters implemented, they can actually do this correctly. Ooh, now thanks to the cyborgs headed towards Saika, I was able to secure the boss all by myself. While they were fighting, he secures him. An ordinary person. Ah, young master, I'm so glad you're safe. And you've captured the enemy leader. Ah, what a remarkable achievement. Look at her, it's like she's got a praise kink or some shit like that. For some reason, she looks really happy. Around Saika, the remains of dozens of cyborgs and a few clones were scattered about. Did something happen? You seem to be in a really good mood. Oh, if you must say, Tokiko's clone was more or less a good sparring partner. I see. He decided not to care since he was so happy. Now the clone is next. I hope she does well. Cool. So I guess we did it in the correct order. Because now that they've obviously flushed them out, they sent them to what is it? They sent the clone into a place. God, I hate Shadow Spin. It's still bad. Even when they manage to speed up the animation, it still sucks. I mean, that's what weirds me out about it, is like, why do they have 3 irrelevant characters to this event situation? Because like, I don't think this event really probably should have started off with, well, no, they probably had like the multi-perspective events. No, well, thematically, the multi-perspective situation works out, but mechanically, it's like, why are they included for 3 characters that don't even show up? Now let's get a Aina Winchester over here because baby girl knows how it's done. I'm sure also Shiranui knows about, you know, Clone Yukikaze and everything. That's also probably why, like, they what is it, they put regular Yukikaze in custody. They put regular Yukikaze in custody so they can keep the clone like out there doing stuff in the first place, so they can just have it, you know, they do their own thing and they can keep catching them, and they don't have this whole thing of like the clone talking to the original and like creating some sort of fucked up situation. I feel like that's specifically for story convenience. Stop. Alright, now we're at the proper confrontation. While Asuka fights the guards, the clone faces the assassin. If you're with Kokawa Asuka, it means the UFS is backing you. If this is all you got after being adjusted by the great UFS, you must be a defective product. Is that what you think? She's literally just saying, no. In fact, the clone appears to be at a disadvantage only because she was hesitating to attack. If I go too far and render her unable to fight, she might self-destruct or commit suicide. Now how should I neutralize her? Having failed to persuade them for the same reason as before, Clone Yukikaze remains cautious. While you're here with me, the group's main force will have secured your master. Once that happens, it's your defeat. What's the meaning in life when all you do is follow a villain's orders and continue to commit murder? There are plenty of other options in the world. As they clashed, exchanging lightning strikes and conversed at a range so close they could feel each other's breath in their skin, the assassin snorts. You seem to be mistaken about something. Do I look like I'm following along by force, like the clones in the facility who were afraid of being killed if they refused orders? You're wrong. I'm not like that. That's how inferior products, so low level at their disposal is a foregone conclusion, would conclude. I'm different. Stop. No. Whether it be the techniques engraved in our bodies from our memories as Taimanins, or those honed through experiments in the laboratory, we have only ever learned how to kill. In the end, all we can do is kill. Every time I see the miserable sight of real humans being murdered by me, a fake, I have instead truly felt the meaning and value of being alive. Please don't talk. Even after hearing the cry of madness filled assassin Yukikaze, the clone neither denied or grew angry. She simply directed a gaze filled with pity. Oh, you can deny it, can you? You won't be able to deny it. After all, fighting is all you can do. Killing is all you can do. Then there's no choice but to kill, kill, and keep on killing. I, the fake, will keep killing the real ones until someday I'm killed too. Our lives are just like that. No, we have a choice. Our will, our emotions, even your anger, it's just like a human's. If that's the case, then respect my killing intent as well. Assassin Yukikaze is not listening. She can't get through to her. Her heart has been consumed with the darkness and murderous intent. While dodging gunfire, clone Yukikaze could not see her opponent's face as tears blurred her vision, despite being in the midst of battle. They share the same face, the same voice, the same build. Nevertheless, she couldn't tell who the opponent was. It even felt as if they were a different creature entirely. She has become evil. But at that time during the clone incident, if it hadn't been for Murasaki's words, if Orca hadn't fallen thanks to the task force, I, surely, would have ended up like this too. Her chest felt tight. Was it growing? It was painful and hard. Now she's exhausted. It's fine. It's not my first time killing another Yukikaze. You're just one of many, of dozens, hundreds. I'll just eliminate you like all the rest. Oh! She thought that wasn't bad either. If it ends here, she'll be liberated from this agony that feels as though her heart is being squeezed until it bursts. It's the same for me. She dodged as the lightning strike aimed at her head by a hair's breadth. You dodged it from this distance? I will condemn the murder before my eyes. I will not let Yukikaze kill anyone anymore. And it will flow like a fall of rain. It'll never be until I go until the till the clouds are clear. And it will flow like a flood of rain on my final hour. I don't remember how the rest of the song goes. Kids are cruel, Jack, and I'm very in touch with my inner child. She doesn't even move. The AI has not had time to load in what it's going to do before Aina comes in there and just shoots her dead. Okay, there we go. Now she actually has enough HP behind her to do it. Okay. Zooey Mama, that's... Well, I didn't want to do that, but that's not how it's supposed to go. Because I wanted to change the multiplier. I wanted to change the Markiplier to something higher. Oh, did she not complete it? Dang it, where are you, Sakura? You know, every time that I hear, like, this version of Sakura talking, it reminds me of, like every time I go, like, read stuff for the visual novel, I'm always thinking to myself, like, they made you retarded because it's more profitable that way. And it's easier to give her, it's easier to do stuff like that. They didn't need to do that, but they did. And it makes me really sad. Oh, it does. It applies the same slow. Oh my god. That gigantic 90% slow that the spiders actually give. Holy fucking shit. I like, they were obviously been gassing up Sakura to, you know, like, she's the plucky young rookie who's like, all right. It's like, because, like, I know I've said this before, but at the beginning of Taimanin and Murasaki, where we finally get introduced to Gosha Academy, Sakura and Murasaki are fighting. Murasaki obviously wins, but it's Sakura is able to put up like a pretty substantial fight, and she's, you know, she's obviously spent her time training. She's in Nagawa, so she's very she spent all of her time to do like tons and tons of work to get ready for this sort of thing in the first place. So it doesn't surprise me at all. It's like, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that, she's turning out really well and everything, which is good. Her slowly getting more and more competent as the series went on was like fantastic. Is great. It makes me really happy to see it. But then we have just, you know, we can't have that. She just has to be stupid. And the worst part is she goes from, she's not only just like quote unquote stupid, she's annoying too. She's like Patrick from SpongeBob. She's aggressively stupid. The only people we're allowed to have to be competent are like, you know, what is it, Asagi and friends and stuff like that, and that's it. We can't have her sister, you know, the plucky young rookie who's like spent all of her life to just be like her big sister. Not good enough. Alright, we're gonna need to give some proper gear to her, because the hard mission is like, we need to give her enough juice to do it. Oh, fuck you, dude. It's like, she will stay in her sister's shadow. It's like, bruh. Did he have blood over here dropping the corniest one-liners possible? God damn. You must be from Iowa from the way that you dropping that corny shit on us. Let's give her Phantom Knife, because it's Phantom Knife. It's just full of assloads of stats. I mean, newbie, it's not exactly like a new thing either. It's been going on for like beginning of television. Like last night I watched the classic comedy bit, you know, Who's On First with Abbott and Costello. Funny stuff. I'm still laughing, you know, every time I think about it, it's like it's good. It's a good bit. But it's like, you know, you have to be intentionally stupid, and it's like you have to be a little stupid to, you know, like, let the bit play out. That's the whole point. So it's like, oh, if they're being stupid, great. Oh, that's funny, dude. And it diminishes like the characters themselves over time, which is, it's just not good. I hate it when that happens. It's like, why? Why do you have to do this to them? It also goes to show how much soccer I actually play, because she's finally hit like 51,000 points, and we're going to upgrade her stuff. The thing is, it's like Sakura doesn't even have to be like amazing. Like, she doesn't have to do like, you know, change the world and do all that sort of stuff. She just has to be like, you know, not dumb as a brick the way that she is. It's like every time in the visual novel she's shown to be, she has competence in her. She knows how to work together with people and do everything. Now she's just like the punching bag for the writers to say, oh, well, she's just, that's Sakura. She's our little dummy, right? No. Blood, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. And see, the thing is, too, this is the most forward-facing version of Sakura we get. Because, obviously, you need to read the visual novels and through all of its content to see Sakura's resolve, how strong of a person she is, how important she is to who Asagi is in the first place. It's her reason for fighting, even though that's kind of diminished as time goes on. But that's the thing about it. The importance of Sakura is diminished in all aspects to the point where she's just the funny the fun big funny. I need to give Sakura different supporters because we need the damage increase. Because I realized like, oh, Clone Kurenai doesn't like is like zero purpose here. We need Lilith. Here we go. How many do we have? Let's go to the shop. Agnes Tachyon of the Obnoxious Eye. Cool. Okay, we got the Bat. Nidhogg's Wrath. Okay, we got the Sakura done. That's fine with me. Let's go ahead with the clone shootout. Maliciously violent Sakura. Like the clone is like, since they take like the worst aspects of like all the rage of the clones and everything. They put it to like the next possible, like the highest possible level. So it's honestly kind of funny. Oh god, stop. Come on. There you go, thank you. Do you really want to live in the fucking Maho Kaijo wiki? Because it's like that, the world that man has created is like legitimately crazy. Not even like a funny fanfic sense. It's like it doesn't make sense. That is something that just will not work out. Well, with finally all my move and school finished and everything like that, I can finally get back to working on Taimanin Murasaki. Because it's like I did not want to do that with everything that happened within the last month. Which also means I have to read it again because I've forgotten. Oh, this is from the Children's Day event stuff. I need to give Aina proper Magatamas so she can actually like blow up the boss. Because this still remains Aina's biggest problem, is getting interrupted in like any capacity. Like, look at that. We got stunned on one of these missions. We obviously Clone Yukikaze sitting there like from 20 feet away shooting at us. I'm like, good lord, woman, come on. Actually, I want to check that. Really? What is the earliest version we fought of this boss? She is in the tower, when I remember. What is the racial in terms of like of Assassin Yukikaze? I don't remember. Because it's like, is it not listed here? Really? Because this is like enemies fought. Scary. Original Ingrid. Snake Lady and Kalia. Damn. I mean, that's what I'm trying to wonder is like, is she human or anything like that? Because if she is human, you know, that's good. It's like I should be able to just totally bury her or something, but no, not in this case. We'll take out quad burst for triple burst because that's a line drive hit and be able to knock her armor off immediately. Yeah, it's like that supporter is blue. It's like the satellite lolly. And it's like, I wish I could use her here. Actually, no, we can. Let's go to easy because you only need one supporter for that. So let's put on Isara. Put on with. Where is she? Machine, huh? What an odd situation. So she is machine after all. Give that. More skill damage, there we go. It's like we didn't even need to exit. Let's just complete the mission. That's free resources. And it's already enough. Let's give her that. Yes, we tried Sakura earlier. She's very cool. Well, Blue Sakura, like they made some tweaks to her because they took out the wonderfully antiquated feature of, oh, give her particles on a lot of her blue skills, and now it's just like do more damage, give her a damage boost, deal concurrent damage. It's honestly she's better in a lot of ways, and it's like obviously she now has those, she can summon her buddies and they give like utilities, which is an incredible upgrade. I'm like, wow, that's fantastic. I'd say she's because with Aina, all they really did with Aina was they didn't change a lot with her in the first place. They just gave her the ability to do more damage, which is good because it's what she needed. That gigantic scaling buff was something she's really good at, which is just, you know, dealing multiple hits, getting her ult off, and doing it over and over again. Sakura is really the one that's like the real renewal hero, to say the least. Made such a huge difference with her. Green Sakura is still better because now she can. Green misses the hit count needed to get I think it's the shark, but she can get everything else. And in most case, you can just take what is it, Shadow Fling, the thing that shoots like 7 projectiles and stuff. And obviously, she has a really high amount of criticals built into her kit in the first place. So, girl ain't worried. She ain't worried about dealing crits and getting that stuff off. She'll fill the damn meter, no problem. See, this is better. Though they didn't talk too much about like, oh, did they make the changes for this? Did they make the improvement? Sakura is more fun, but then the question becomes like, did she become better? She certainly has become better. Get the hammer. And what's next? We gotta do green. Great X Setsuga. Give her the explosions. Shadow boxing in the 36 chambers of Wu. There we go. Oh, I love that. A good critical situation finish. Oh, right there. Come on. They may have made Sakura dumber, but they have certainly just said to themselves, we're going to integrate her shadow animals more often. That's always nice. Because they're a very good addition to her. It's a, what do they call it? A good flavor addition. Like it's good thematically, it's good mechanically. It's like, that's nice. These are the kind of updates that I like. They improve the character not just in a mechanical sense, but they also make them look cooler too. Woohoo, 138 baby. I think for the most part, I just use Sakura for the fact like she's a menace in the arena. That's where most of the time that I spend with her is, because she's she's blue with the moon attribute, so she gets like some of the best teammates you could possibly ever ask for. Do it, do it, do it. Oh man. Yesterday I also managed to like, I was messing around. I'm like, oh, let's do some rolls in the squad so I can get a few more things out of it. And since they've been giving away a bunch of tickets, I was messing around with that. So because most of my time right now is spent leveling up a bunch of 3s and 4s that I've been using a lot. So now I managed to finally get Shiranui. Shiranui and who did I get? I gotta find it now because I posted it in the server. Yep, I got Rinko yesterday when they did they gave away like what 5 tickets or something that you could just for the premium roll thing. I used it on like Rinko and like rate up Rinko and Mirabelle. So now I have like 2 copies of Rinko, which is awesome because I know exactly how to use Rinko in that situation because she's all about speed. So I just give her a bunch of like Asagi gear. Rinko is now like my strongest in terms of attack, but she's not my fastest character. Like I think my Asagi itself is like 115 speed, which is insane. Like I got like the most insane fucking speed rolls you could imagine. Like I was like impressed at that. It's like, how can you even get it to this point? I think the only thing I'd have to go higher with is like getting legendary rolls on all the slots. But my Asagi is where I need her to be. She's an absolute powerhouse. But now it's like, all right, now that I have the Akiyama family, so I'm able to use the debuff extension team, which has been pretty nice. Even just using Tatsuro by himself with like someone who can inflict slow, especially with Rinko, like you can just keep extending the slow debuff and getting a lot more points out of it, or just putting an enemy into the fucking ground because they can't act. Zeus, the thing is with the rolling situation is, how many step up packages do we have now in the first place? That's my thing. We have we've had 2 rollable banners in the entire game. Snake Lady and Rinko. They are and they got added to the pool. We have had, what is it, 4 step up packages to every banner. So it's pretty unlikely that she's gonna be for gems. But I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do because they managed to say to themselves, we're gonna be moving because they're trying to get the DMM version of this game out. So they're gonna put that onto put on there because they said it was gonna be like in April. Well, it's May now and it's obviously not out there, so something has come up and they have to change things. God, that's good. It's such a good enemy clearing skill, Fushino Jin. She just goes out there, hits a home run, and just sends them into fucking next week. Here's the thing about this though. DMM is the big money maker. It's their home market. It's where RPGX is hosted as well. Well, it's hosted on the Fanza side, which is a subsidiary part of DMM. RPGX is hosted there, so they really want to get all their stuff on the same platform. And since they're both RPG types, it's like, you know, it's a minimal resource situation. They can just put on a DMM player and it'll be just fine. So I guess they're really going all in with I've got a feeling when they finally introduce it to DMM, that's the day it's going to be when we get like the void exploration, and a fucking event. It makes too much sense, because having like waiting for those things in the first place is like, why not? Because like if you didn't know, RPGX is a huge game on the DMM store. It is a consistent top seller. It's the place to be. It's like if you're playing like those kind of games, if you have a Fanza account, that's what you're doing. You're playing it on there. So I really think like all the stuff they've been doing to tide us over until the day comes, we'll finally see what happens when they finally release the game on DMM. Because right now, obviously, it's like, oh, they released the story content, they've done all this stuff. Man, I guess. I mean, the Fanza situation is like you sign a DMM player, you switch between the both of them. Murasaki is just so much fun. We just end up farming the event so quickly they can't do anything. Cool, that's done. Get the weapons. Get the weapons. Aaron, that's what I was saying. Is like I think that probably the next big update is going to be DMM release. When they finally get on the DMM store, we'll get like Void Exploration and an event, because it's like such a big store like that on their home turf. They're gonna cash their chips out and put it all on that. That's there. So let's take Aina out for a walk. I'm sorry, Sora, you're a good gal, but you just the booby game strong, if you know what I mean, baby. She's demon, from what I remember, right? I know what that is. Weird. Oh, she's considered human. Immune to mind control, slow, and unbreakable super armor. Which is just crazy to think about. Because, I mean, when we were using Sora, we still had, you know, like, oh my god, we're doing a million billion damage. It's like I hit the highest score I've ever had with that. So let's see what she does. Let's see what juiced Aina does. To nobody's surprise, it keeps the same sort of core supporters. Good old Yuri Hisui, simultaneously helping us survive for longer and also deal more damage. I don't know. What else could I ask for at that point? She's literally goated. She's not as good as in AT though. She's like specifically designed to be a healer, so she's okay at it, I guess. But there's honestly some 3-stars that do it like way better. I mean, it's like, was it Fuki, the demon guy that you get from farming 6-7 all day? That guy, he's great. Let's give her that. I need a particle charger. Oh, I don't have Fire God Micah, that's right. I only get a 50% particle boost. I wonder if there's anyone. I wonder if there's anything like that. Nope. Let's increase criticals. That's always good. What do they put on it? That's my question. Rose Whip. SR Green has particle boost. Oh, that's right. Do I have human mags for this? Yeah. I should, because I have, I think, 12 that I've created specifically for something like this. Oh, her. I know what you're talking about. The one that I end up like crushing up a ton of to do stuff with that. Put it on Miss Shizorific. Suppress, she's not there. She's not a demon. I'm already a demon, Kaz. And we'll put that on there for buff extension. No, that's not what I needed. See, I don't have any of Rin's stuff, so I gotta do like I gotta do the poverty build. We gotta do our M1's C0 setups. Let's see, she's demon, so Spinel doesn't have any sort of healing or a lot of team utility besides her passive. Maybe Sakura could actually put some screws to this, because she's always on her ass. If anything, Psycho could actually do this. No, she needs boost Grieve. That's what makes the difference in the first place. Let's give her some penetration. Why not? Let's see what skills do they have her with? Storm, fast as shit, drone shooter. Okay. Oh, that's right. They need fastest shots, so because of the fast cooldowns, take out triple burst, and then you get buster shooter because of piercing. Okay. All right. Let's see how this goes. We'll switch the supporter on the second round to see what happens. Go get him, baby. Girl, come on, you gotta use that ult. I probably more or less need more copies of the weapon. I mean, Zeus, I don't doubt that you got like pulled 100 times, got nothing. It's on Yukikaze's, like, it's in Yukikaze's pool. There's like no goddamn way you're gonna be getting that. It's nearly impossible in most cases. Oh, wow. Go, 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 come on! Oh, nice. God, that goes crazy. 27 million. She got a 27 million without any enchants on the weapon and anything like that. 26 billion damage. Sora with all of her lovely gear and everything like that behind her and the whole faith of the nation. She still cannot compare to the absolute fucking damnable menace that is Aina Winchester over here. We have unoptimized gear. It's like we probably could have done even better if we put the prepper support on there. So let's see what happens, because she needs to get her stuff faster. Particle charge speed. What does this do? Particle charge from attacks. Okay. So they didn't more specifically want that. Because it's like I don't want to roll anything for for Aina, because it's permanent pool. Because we're obviously waiting for the big money, which is Ozma, because it's like we're gonna get Blazing Teacher Ozma that comes in like I think it's 2 weeks from now. It's in the middle of the month, so that's what I'm waiting for. That's gonna be a good day. I'm very excited. I'm happy about that. I'm happy my teacher that got shoved in a garbage bag is gonna be having her big day in the sun, because she's good. It was like, oh, she's not good. She's good. Let's see how much of a difference this makes, because I can already feel it's going to be a damage hit because we don't have the proper thing for it. Nine days. Nine. Oh god, it hurts my soul when I see like Aina just get up slowly from like the big hit. I'm like, when she gets like the uppercut knockout, I'm like, oh god, get up, girl. You're dropping your combos. I just need you to get out of the way, girl. That's all I need you to do. Please stop running into like obvious things. So our score is nearly over halved now. Yeah, we did about a third of the damage from last time. Because it makes your particle charges like normally faster, but since we lost the crit chance and the crit damage increase, our drones aren't doing the enough. I wonder if I have enough copies of her. I have one more attempt and I don't want to use my stuff for that. Umbrella, you are, girl. That's no, she's not Karasa Umbrella. It's Haruka. No, it's Hikage. She should be here. That's weapon skills, and that's particle charge speed. That's particle charge speed is the one where it's like the bar's natural gain. That's why Fire God Micah is so desired, because it's from attacks. So it will help circumvent the inherent downside that the weapon has, but it also just shoots it through the roof. I effectively need just like one copy of Fire God Micah to do that. So that may be a goal to look forward to, or just like get that from the whatchamahoozit. But in more reality, I'm more concerned about the weapon, because that's where that's where everything that comes from. I mean, if anything, I'll just probably use those supporters we got from like other events that I don't use, and we'll just put them over there. Like 27k off of that, no enchantments. We could easily hit 30k off of this, up at 3.5. Not total war, let's go to total shit. Oh, it's Spider Queen. That queen can go somewhere else. Did they just, I think they just had that, didn't they? They had the one where it's like they had the pool of recent-ish supporters. At least from what I remember, because like that's obviously, you know, a big deal. It's very, very good. As you can see, that's I got my demon farming team out there. Well, they also have drone shooter to take advantage of where is it? Because it gives her the healing, it also gives another drone in the first place, which can give her the boost of the overboost situation. Aina's gonna be a little behind here. And a protect hit. Oh my god. This reminds me when VR first came out, like when they finally released when they finally released the Spider Lady, and obviously she's a pain in the ass still to this day. When they finally released her in there, I would use Aina all the time, because Red Drone Shooter, well, Red Triple Burst was one of my favorites, because you could just sit this behind the boss and she could just get it off no problem. It was really good for doing stuff like that. Oh, she's caught in the ultimate run cycle. Obviously, this could be done faster if I was playing the correct setup. With how long it took to, I could just do that. Oh, that's right. The game has been out for 6 years at this point, so you could actually have enough days logged in to actually do that. So girl's an absolute beast with the sugar and yeast, if you know what I mean. God, I love Aina. She's so much fun. She's fun then, she's fun now. It's like, what else is there to say? Lump her. But that'll be it for it here. It's a very late stream today because I had some things I needed to do. But I appreciate everybody coming in, even though it was a little late night tonight. But hey, I'm always glad when you're all here. Thank you everybody for coming by once again. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, everybody, thank you all for coming. And I'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.